It's not going to work.
WTF! WTF!
Bon qui, je m'appelle Ross Twiddell from Cultaholic.com, one half of your Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion. I'm going to be your full half Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion by the end of the Royal Rumble pay-per-view this coming Sunday. You mark my words. And welcome to all the WTF moments from last night's WWE Raw, a WWE Raw that I thought was pretty bloody good, you know. We had Vince McMahon talking about magic mushrooms live on Raw in 2019. We had Vince McMahon's quite literal, wet, dirty, filthy dream taking place live on Raw in 2019. And finally, the PS de resistance, my boy Otis Dozovic, proving he's more than just a creep. So we kicked off the show with a celebration of Martin Luther King, and let me tell you, it's one of the most beautiful things I've seen in quite some time. But then, without any time to process what we had just seen, Brock Lesnar was wheeled out, and I can't have been the only one to think to myself, bloody hell, Martin Luther King didn't die, so Brock Lesnar could be Universal Champion. Now then, how much of a numpty must he be feeling after putting all of that work into that there sign? And anyway, he's been writing complete bollocks on that bit of paper, as we also on January the 7th, Brock Lesnar Universal Championship on WWE Raw. You know the show, where Braun Strowman's anus quite literally fell out of his trousers. Brock Lesnar did not have custom side plates on his Universal Championship on last night's WWE Raw, which means one thing, everybody, that there is a lost and found Universal Championship, because Brock Lesnar forgot his last night. What a numpty. Oklahoma, the person, not the state, on Raw in 2019. Oklahoma, the person, not the state, should never have been on Raw or WCW in the first place. To see him again on Raw in 2019, I don't know what to do myself. Hang on a second there. Paul Heyman stood there in the middle of the ring on last night's Raw and claimed that people are believing in your boy Finn Bálor because Brock Lesnar was training for Braun Strowman and hasn't had enough time to switch up his training and train for your boy Finn Bálor. 13 pissing days, Brock's had to lift his head out of some putrid, medium, well-done steak and say, "Hey, Sable, me not face Braun at Rumble, me face Finn instead." Now I know that Brock's been back to wrestling school recently, but what else has he been doing? That means he's not had time to think about your boy Finn Bálor instead of Braun Strowman. Mago. So according to Michael Cole, Vince McMahon is the reason your boy Finn Bálor is in that match against Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble on Sunday. Michael Cole, how the hell can you say such a thing when Vince McMahon stood there on last week's show right to your boy Finn Bálor's face and said, "Finn, where the hell's your beef? You don't have enough beef, you skinny little man. I love beef." Vince gave Finn the opportunity, Michael, by booking that fatal four-way, but Finn, he did the main stuff. Now when you think about a man being killed and then being locked in a cave and then coming back to life, the person who wrote the Bible might well have been on magic mushrooms when they wrote the bloody thing. But for Vince McMahon to stand there right to Paul Heyman's face and say, "Paul, you're being too old-fashioned, damn it," by suggesting that your boy Finn Bálor could beat Brock Lesnar in a David versus Goliath battle, when that's exactly the story that Vince McMahon will tell at the Royal Rumble on Sunday, it's a bit wrong, isn't it? And then, to cap it all off, Vince McMahon claimed that David was on mushrooms when he challenged Goliath. Now this either proves that Vince McMahon went shroom picking just before tea time yesterday, or he's picked up the manual for Super Mario Brothers and thought it was the Bible. And next up we have your boy Finn Bálor appear to say "same old Monday Night Raw" before saying "Braun doing Braun things." Nah, Finn, you mean same old Monday Night Raw, same old 20-minute boring opening promo to the show, despite the fact they promised us brand new things with brand new things on top of them. Now I know I said last week I'd be laying off the whole new era, brand new thing shtick, but Finn's knocked the ball up there. You can't expect us not to swing for it. So next up we have your boy Finn Bálor saying he's going to beat Brock Lesnar at Sunday's Royal Rumble pay-per-view, to which Braun Strowman replies, "Oh, Finn, I know I could beat Brock Lesnar, I don't know if you can." Braun Strowman there, who failed to kick out of 1 F5 at No Mercy 2017. Braun Strowman there, who messed everything up at Crown Jewel last year. Braun Strowman there, who failed to beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam 2017. Braun Strowman, who failed to beat Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble 2018. Do I need to continue? Oh, Braun, I don't think that you can beat Brock Lesnar. Hang on a second there. Braun Strowman throws your boy Finn Bálor at Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar then catches your boy Finn Bálor and throws him for an almighty suplex, and the referee doesn't call for a DQ. The throw and then the catch, fair enough, but the suplex, how the hell's that allowed to be? And I know you'll be sat there saying, "But Ross, referee's discretion," and to that I would say, referee's discretion, my arse. Vince McMahon likes beef. Vince McMahon beef. But speaking about that pose down, we have one massive godlike man posing down against one slightly smaller godlike man. doesn't quite work, does it? Apollo's just not going to have a sudden growth spurt, is he? He's simply not going to look as good and as big and as beefy as Bobby Lashley, despite the fact he's massive and big and beefy in his own right. It's a no-win situation for the bloke. And that's a shame, because there's no doubt when Apollo Crews walks into the room and Vince McMahon's there, Vince McMahon thinks, bloody hell, it's 1993 again. It's a WBF. Wow! Look at that mass! Have somebody like Paul Heyman or me upstage Bobby Lashley in a pose down, then you'll have your desired effect, man. And next up we have Seth Rollins standing there and preaching about things Martin Luther King did that apply to his own life in WWE. Isn't wrestling stupid? Seth mentions that in life, we can't focus on the things we don't have, we need to focus on the things we do have. As we all saw just a few weeks ago, and countless times over the past 7 years in Seth Rollins' WWE career, he was moaning at an authority figure wanting his Intercontinental Championship back. Practice what you preach, pal. And next up, Seth claims the only reason he's not driving a truck or working in a factory is down to heart and passion. Let's forget about that God-given athletic ability now, shall we, Seth? That's the only reason I'm stood here talking to you right now and not playing football for Newcastle United. Because let me tell you, my main passion in life when I was a wee bairn was football. It was Newcastle United. You cut me open, I played black and white. And what's more, me first touch, it was a velveteen dream. But then I turned 16, I started drinking, and my body stopped working. And sticking with Seth, he claims that one man is going to win the Royal Rumble on Sunday, and that man is the man, that man is the man, that man is Seth Rollins. Now, can it be classed as gimmick infringement if you had the thing first, then somebody swooped in with beautiful orange hair, took it off you, then took the thing to new heights that you never could? Well, this is my video, and I say it can. So Seth Rollins, you're not the man anymore, get over it. She is. So next up we have Drew McIntyre standing there with his own brand of Steiner math, saying that Seth Rollins is his brand of high-flying wrestling, and disregard for his own body means he has a 0% chance of winning the Royal Rumble on Sunday. Now imagine if we lived in a world where Shawn Michaels, Voldemort and Rey Mysterio had all won a Royal Rumble. Or could you imagine if we lived in a world where Drew McIntyre himself used his head as a fist and risked concussion every single time he stepped in a wrestling ring? Could you imagine?
What she say? Say, shut up, Renee. What she say? Say, shut up, Renee.
Now, WWE are teasing the fact that John Cena might not be at the Royal Rumble on Sunday because he's got an injury, and according to Renee Young, this means that Drew McIntyre has one less man to worry about at the Royal Rumble on Sunday. Despite the fact that one man will replace John Cena, meaning that Drew McIntyre still has 29 men to worry about. She whips, she nays, she can't do maths though.
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
Corey Graves says, listen to the impact of that Glasgow Kiss replay. And this is what we heard. Devastating. And then Vince said, right to the Revival's faces, I like your work, I really do. No, you don't. That's like me going right up to that Tory arsehole Theresa May and saying, Theresa, I like your work as well. I couldn't tell a bigger lie. Now, I don't think it's a secret that I hate what WWE have done with Dean Ambrose since he returned. When all they had to do was see Jon Moxley take out the cigarettes and the titty masters, they turn him into a Tory. Why then, over the past few weeks, has Dean Ambrose been cutting his promos in the dark and dirty, disturbing depths of an arena like he did last night? Surely, the new Dean Ambrose that we have got to know over the past few months would need about 25 to 30 vaccines just to walk past a place like that, wouldn't he? What do you do when you have a superstar who's a main event talker but a bit of a crappy wrestler? You make him a mute. So we have Dana Brooke asking EC3 all kinds of things about his physique, and EC3 just stands there doing some sort of mime routine instead of showing off his main strength, and that's his mouth. To everybody on WWE TV saying the first ever women's tag team champions will be crowned at Elimination Chamber, Jumping Bomb Angels, Glamour Girls, they were things that were alive once upon a time, you know. They might still all be alive, but I haven't got time to go on Wikipedia today. First of all, Michael Cole claimed that Mickie James is Alexa Bliss's former friend. Since when? And secondly, Mickie James claimed that she stole the show at WrestleMania before. Does it still count if it's been wiped off the WWE network? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, here's a classic for you. Here's a dramatic reenactment of what Mickie James did at WrestleMania 22 in that match against Trish Stratus. Go and watch my close personal pal Kenny McIntosh's interview with Mickie James on the Inside the Ropes YouTube channel right now.
What she say? Say, shut up, Renee.
Get the joints ready, she screams. Now I know she meant meat, but there was just enough doubt there that had me blazing up a fatty.
What she say? Say, shut up, Renee.
Renee Young called that thing there the beefy worm elbow drop. Talks of beefy worms in a world where Vince McMahon lives? If it's true, Otis Dozovich, you're going to go far, pal. Because girthy willies.
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
He's never seen a caterpillar that big. Watch a bug's life, pal.
Made a grave
the tag team championship match we go, and Corey Graves claims that when Dash Weller was caught with his feet on the rope during a pin, that feet placement during a pin is irrelevant. Now I know you're probably saying, but Ross, this is just Corey Graves supporting the heels, that's what a heel commentator does. But is he really supporting the heels when the heels of question have been screwed out of many matches over the past few weeks by this thing happening to them? That made sense in my head. Honest, but this is what you get with arse backwards booking like what's been happening with the Lucha House Party and the Revival in recent weeks. And in that match, Curt Hawkins proved that he is better than every single referee WWE employs today. He even made them hold the tag ropes while tagging, which is a rule that hasn't been enforced in WWE since about 2002. And I really don't know what to make of all this, but if I was a referee in WWE today, watching Curt Hawkins being booked so strong at my job, I'd be bloody furious. Now watching Ronda James Cuthbert Rousey speak here made me feel like you watching me. I didn't catch all of it. But what I did hear her say was, what does she want me to do? Cut off my hair and wash her feet with it? Why would that be the first thing that came into your mind, Ronda? So at the start of that main event tag team match, Ronda Rousey was doing her best Scrappy-Doo / Shane McMahon impression. Hold me back, put him up, hold me back, I'm gonna beat you up. But by the end of the match, the door is wide open, she's face to face with Sasha Banks, she can do anything she wants. What does she do? She stands there and says, "Get off my friend." Now Ronda Rousey has proven that she is many things to me, especially over the past year, but here she proved that she's a massive gobshite. And that's it for your WTF moments from this week's WWE Raw. I am very sorry, I had one too many cups of coffee, and I can't talk anyway. I've been Ross Waddell from Cultaholic.com, one half of your Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion, soon to be the full half of your Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion. I'll smash Pachiki's face in this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. Thanks for being a sexual wank pheasant once again. Isn't WWE doing some good things right now? Yes, they are. Follow me on Twitter at RossOnWrestling, pledge to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultaholic. But most importantly of all, do not forget to subscribe to this channel and follow us everywhere.